Hello everyone, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. It's Tuesday, August 22nd. I am Batsir Namshar. Our top stories for News Mongolia. The 4th Mongolia-China Business Expo to be held in Hohhot in September 6th to 10th. Workshop for women engaged in microbusiness held in Bayankhongor Province. New Peace Corps volunteers begin service in Mongolia after a pandemic pause. For the news, stay tuned. Scheduled from September the 6th to September the 10th in Hohhot, the capital of Inner Mongolian Autonomous Region, the 4th edition of the Mongolia-China Business Expo is set to serve as a pivotal platform for fostering economic ties between the two nations. This biennial event, known for its focus on bilateral trade and investment, is expected to gather notable attention from business communities in both Mongolia and China.
The event's core objective is to provide a space for approximately 500 enterprises from Mongolia to showcase their products and services. By emphasizing Mongolian products, the Expo aims to highlight the nation's industrial prowess and the diversity of its offerings. With an emphasis on cooperation and investment, the Expo will facilitate discussions between business leaders, entrepreneurs, and potential investors. By encouraging dialogue on mutual growth prospects, the event seeks to stimulate partnerships that could have long-lasting economic implications for both participating countries. An interesting feature of this edition is the concurrent cultural event that seeks to attract investment in Mongolia's creative sector. In recognition of the evolving digital landscape, the Expo will also offer a digital component, catering to entrepreneurs who are unable to attend physically. This digital platform will enable remote participation in conferences, workshops, and networking sessions, contributing to the event's overall inclusivity and reach. China has very strict standard requirements on agricultural products, especially meat. We should meet those requirements. From this year, all the enterprises and companies are allowed to take part in the Expo. The press conference on the upcoming Business Expo was organized in August in Beijing. During the briefing, the Chinese Vice Minister of Commerce, Li Fei, noted that the Expo will serve as a pivotal platform to boost regional cooperation. On the other hand, Mongolia is setting a goal to elevate its trade turnover with China up to $20 billion. In 2021, the trade turnover between Mongolia and China reached 10 billion MNT. And we are planning to boost the cooperation in business and trade sector in order to double this number to 20 billion Mongolian tugrus. During the last edition of this expo, around 2.7 billion MNT was generated by Mongolian businesses in gross revenue. This year, businesses are setting a goal to generate 4 billion MNT in revenue.
We have taken part at this expo several times. It's a good opportunity to enter and export into foreign markets. Expo provides a good perk such as being exempted from some duties. The application process is extended until 23rd of August. Leather, wool, cashmere, textile, and elementary products. Businesses are taking part in the expo.
Mongolia-China Business Expo has gained significance over the years as a testament to the growing economic ties between the two neighboring countries. By providing a dedicated space for commercial, cultural, and digital interactions, the event endeavors to lay the groundwork for fruitful collaborations and partnerships, thereby fostering mutual progress and development. Businesses from 10 countries will attend the Expo. And a significant stride toward fostering economic growth and gender equality, A transformative workshop and seminar on women's engagement in entrepreneurship was recently held in Bayankhongor Province. Organized by local entrepreneur Inc. The event aimed to empower and equip women with the skills and knowledge necessary to excel in the business world.
Throughout the day, participants engaged in a series of interactive sessions tailored to their needs. Financial literacy workshops equipped attendees with the tools to effectively manage their business's finances. Practical sessions on marketing and branding introduced innovative strategies for expanding market reach and visibility. Within the framework of the program, women entrepreneurs who participated in the workshop will be given sewing machines and wool combing machines. We plan to continue this program. In the future, a workshop on technical and economic evaluations of business projects will be conducted to support women's small and micro businesses. Additional courses on wage calculation markets and the economy are also planned. I'm attending this 14-day course. I was conducting my business without basic economic knowledge, such as calculating labor costs and so on. The workshop was very helpful. Attendees left the seminar inspired and motivated to apply their newfound skills and insights to their venture. Many talked about collaboration and continuing to network beyond the workshop, strengthening the sense of community among women entrepreneurs in the region.
You're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. Now let's take a look at Mongolia's current affairs.
A group of 14 Peace Corps volunteers was sworn in last week, restarting the program's activities in Mongolia following a pandemic-related hiatus. These American volunteers will spend the next 2 years working alongside local partners on English education and community development projects. This marks the 32nd group to serve in Mongolia since the program's establishment in 1991, contributing to sectors such as youth development, health education, and economic growth. The swearing-in ceremony, attended by key figures including U.S. Ambassador Richard Wongan, emphasized the enduring commitment between the United States and Mongolia. Ambassador Wongan expressed confidence in the volunteers' ability to embody American values and strengthen bilateral relations. The Peace Corps, founded in 1961, sends volunteers around the world to address global challenges at the grassroots level. Through their work, volunteers foster cultural understanding and a lifelong dedication to service, impacting communities in 143 countries.
Now let's take a look at the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Now let's take a look at international news from our partner agencies. Japanese government officials on Monday sought understanding from fisheries groups for the impending release of treated radioactive wastewater from the wrecked Fukushima nuclear plant into the sea.
Prime Minister Fumio Kishida met with the head of the National Federation of Fisheries Cooperatives and promised that the government will take full responsibility to ensure the safety of the release. The government also pledged to support their livelihoods throughout the process that will take decades. Sakamoto, chairman of the National Federation of Fisheries Cooperatives, at the outset stressed that his organization as a whole remains opposed to the release, but he said members of the fishing community have gained some confidence about the safety following recognition by the International Atomic Energy Agency report and explanations by government officials in recent weeks signaling easing of their position. The government announced the release plan 2 years ago and has since faced strong opposition from Japanese fishing organizations, which worry about further damage to the reputation of their seafood as they struggle to recover from the 2011 earthquake, tsunami, and nuclear disaster. Groups in South Korea and China have also raised concerns, turning it into a political and diplomatic issue. The date when the water release will start is expected to be decided at a meeting of key cabinet ministers as early as Tuesday. It is widely expected to start at the end of August. Scientists generally agree that the environmental impact of the treated wastewater would be negligible, but some call for more attention to dozens of low-dose radionuclides that remain in it.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visited Danish parliament and thanked the Danish population on Monday for helping his country resist Russia's invasion during a meeting with Danish Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen in Copenhagen.
You know, you are not a small country, Mette. You're a country of the people with a big hearts. Russia's smaller. I don't see them, really. And we appreciate for your help, big support, strong support, real support of a big country. Because what has been a big country, big people, people with common values. Thank you so much that you are very big country who support us from the first days of full-scale war. We never forget.
Dear President, on behalf of the Danish people, thank you for your trust in us. Denmark, all of Denmark, stands behind you because we know that your fight is our fight. And we also know that what counts is not just words, it is action. It is delivering on the ground. Dear President, Denmark might be a small country, but our will is strong, and we keep our word. As long as it takes, you can count on the Danes and on Denmark. And now the floor is yours.
The exchange comes a day after Denmark and the Netherlands announced they will provide Kyiv with American-made F-16 warplanes that could be delivered around the end of the year. Zelensky portrays Ukraine as defending Western values of freedom and democracy against tyranny. He has argued that Ukraine needs to be properly provisioned to fend off Russia's much bigger force. Ukraine has been pressing its Western allies for months to give it F-16s. Its armed forces are still using aging Soviet-era combat planes from the 1970s and 80s, and its counteroffensive against Russian positions is advancing without air support, which analysts say is a major handicap.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for the world's major cities. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you on Wednesday with more news and updates. Goodbye.